My name's Arie. I head up Dataclay. I'm the CEO founder. I built our first flagship product, and I've expanded its use case to a variety of industries and different verticals. We service individuals who are creating video content based off data. So our software merges large data sets with video templates to create many different variants of a master video. And so this type of communication is used in things like digital signage, sports graphics, broadcast graphics, any industry that has a lot of data and that needs to communicate that data in meaningful and beautiful ways. Our software helps these producers integrate data into visuals very seamlessly. It doesn't have a huge barrier to entry. So we service people who are, just your really hotshot freelancer doing motion graphics to entire teams like the NFL, Amazon, Apple. And I'd say the reason these large organizations enjoy our software is because it gives them control over their data. And we take security very seriously at Dataclay, so they feel very secure using our software. I went to ChatGPT. I entered in some prompts there, wasn't getting what I wanted. But when I discovered the Gretel Navigator, I realized that I could get structured data. I could make my prompts as general or as specific as I wanted to, and I'd get the data back. And so I didn't feel like I actually had to move on from Gretel once I realized I was getting what I wanted out of it. A lot of what's happening in Gen AI is just thin wrappers to underlying deeper technologies. And I didn't sense that was what Gretel was doing with the Navigator. I felt like it was a real technological breakthrough to be able to create massive amounts of structured data from prompts. And I was like, that's perfect for our customers. So I figured by adding this kind of synthetic data in a tabular format, which is what our software needs, that I would be able to reduce the amount of time that people would grasp the significance of our program. And so that's why I decided to go with Gretel. So the way that we use Gretel Navigator at Dataclay is through Google Sheets. We wrote an extension for Google Sheets using Gretel Navigator's API, and it effectively populates a tabular spreadsheet in Google Sheets with data given a text prompt, and then our templater software for Adobe After Effects can take that structured data and map it to various graphical elements in a motion graphics template. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just go over here, and I'm going to zoom up to this little prompt window here, and I'm going to tell Gretel Navigator. I'm going to go ahead and click synthesize data, and we should see Gretel Navigator come back with some solid synthetic data that actually makes sense for what we're building here. And essentially now you can see I've got this top column here, and then I've got all these color codes here, which is great, and then some really cool player names and headlines and where they are on the soccer field. What we're going to go ahead and do is you can click on this Google dialog, find the Gretel Navigator spreadsheet that I made, and then hit the player stats tab, and now I'm going to hit link worksheet. And this allows me to transport through the data. So every row is a new data set for this. So if I go here, for example, go back to row 2, it's going to be Sofia Lopez, midfield maestro, and then it's going to bring in those colors here. So this is really fantastic in terms of allowing the artist to really understand how their template is set up and how it might look in a real world production scenario. What would once take a creative person 2 weeks to gather data that is realistic for their production now is in a matter of seconds. And that is a significant leap. But it's not just time. Creative people are very interested in being creative. They don't want to think about small data points. The cognitive overload actually prevents them from being creative. And so just having this tool of data synthesis and having the data just appear for them lets them be more creative.